curtain call. I thank God in the back of the store. Forgive my sins, for the Saint Laurent. You know I'm cold, but I'm hot, got a fever. You put kiss in the crush 2 liter. We got yay, come fluffy like a bunny. Blood on my Da Vinci tea, nose running. I'm with buckshot, summertime driving. Hot outside, so we gotta keep the top off. Up now, but you know I still bust shots. High grade.
What's up, YouTube? We are back yet again with another banger, but today we're doing something a little bit different. Instead of just doing a regular ride, we're going to be doing a wheelie tutorial. Now, in order for me to show you guys that I'm actually able to teach you how to wheelie, I'm going to do some wheelies and to see how you guys like it. So first off, we just got the basic wheelie that I'm teaching you. We got the wheelie. Not too difficult. You even swerve a little bit. Drop it back. Do one-handers. And I can even combo, just like this. Now that I've shown you that I can wheelie, watch the rest of this tutorial and you can do the exact same just like me. How to wheelie any e-moto. The first thing you're going to want to do is get an e-moto. Of course, I'm using my beautiful Talaria XXX, and you can do this on any other e-moto really, a Tudio, a Yasma, a Strike, a Suron, an Ultra B. You can do it on a Stark Varg even. Now before we start, I do want a disclaimer. There are so many other wheelie tutorials that are bad. Not just in what they say, but in how they actually show how to wheelie. Because there's people who I've seen who have really good tutorial and they're saying all the right things, but they don't show you how to wheelie properly. But I actually have experience with doing wheelies. But before we hop on the bike to actually learn how to wheelie, there's a few things you want to know. First thing, your rear brake, your handbrake. This is going to save your life. This is what you use to actually do a good wheelie. If you're not using your rear brake, you're just only using your throttle. And if you're only using your throttle, that's called a power wheelie. We don't like those. That's not what we're here for. We're here to do all the cool stuff that you see the people on Instagram doing. And that's the cool stuff that you want to do. And that's what we're here for. That's what I'm here for. Now let's actually hop on the bike. Now that you're on the bike, there's a few things you need to know. And this changes depending on the bike you have. For me, I have a Talaria XXX, so I have 2 modes. I have Eco and I have Sport. If you have a Talaria or a Suron, you're most likely going to want to be in Eco mode because Sport mode is way too powerful for if you're just learning how to wheelie, and it is not what you need. But if you have something like a Tudio or a Yasma, which are less powerful, then you can go in the highest mode probably. I'm not really sure how powerful those are. I've ridden a Yasma and it's not very powerful, so you can probably just go in the highest mode for that. But if you have the Yasma N10 Pro, for example, which is much more powerful than the regular Yasma, you're probably going to want to go in Eco mode because the Sport mode does have a lot more power and it's going to throw you off when you're just learning. Now, in my opinion, there's 2 different ways to learn how to wheelie, and I'm going to suggest my personal preference, which is how I learned it first, and then the other way. The first way is to learn balance point before you even try to wheelie. So this can be really scary at first, but it's probably not going to be too bad, especially if you have a stock bike. They're pretty durable. But what I did is I wanted to learn balance point before I even tried wheeling. So what you're going to do is you're going to tap the throttle and you're going to pull back a little bit, and you're going to try and get the bike completely vertical so you can stand next to it and just hold the bars in front of you. Now the reason for this is to learn balance point where it's actually at, instead of just mindlessly pulling the throttle, tapping the brake and learning that, and then eventually later on learning balance point. I want to learn balance point immediately so I know what to feel. So that's what we're going to do. All you're going to do is sit on the back of your seat, feet on the floor, and you're just going to tap the throttle, and then once you're all the way up, you can tap the brake. So it looks just like this. Now, once you're in this position, you're going to want to hold the brake, because if you don't hold the brake, you let go, it'll pull back on you, or if it's more backwards, you let go of the brake, it's going to fall forward. And that's not good because you're going to drop your bike. But once you're in this position, you feel balance point. This is actually far past balance point, but you can feel where the bike wants to go forward and where the bike wants to come back at you. Now from here, you know where balance point is, you can put it back down. Now the second way is basically just step 2 of the first thing that I just showed you. All you're gonna do is you're gonna go on the bike, you're gonna put your feet on the pegs, and you're gonna pull the throttle a little bit and then just tap the brake once the wheel comes up. So you're gonna pull the throttle, comes up, and tap the brake. For this step, you wanna go super slow, because if you go too fast, then you're probably not even gonna get the bike up, because in eco mode, if I'm going a little bit faster, that doesn't do anything. So you wanna go pretty slow. You wanna stay slow, pop it up, tap the brake. Pop it up, tap the brake. Pop it up, tap the brake. I'm just gonna do that. And once you feel where your brake is at, then you can go into a little bit higher of a higher mode and do the same thing. Pop it up, tap the brake. Pop it up, tap the brake. Pop it up, tap the brake. You're just going to want to feel out the rear brake a little bit. This is all you're going to want to do for the first probably week of learning. But once you've learned, pop it up, tap the brake. Pop it up, tap the brake. Pop it up, tap the brake. Once you've got a good handle and a good understanding of your rear brake, you're going to go on to step 3 or step 2 depending on what you did. I'm just going to go with step 3. You're going to stand still in eco mode if you're on a bigger bike or a mid-sized bike. And you're going to put your feet on the floor and your finger covering your rear brake at all times. Never let go of your rear brake. Always cover that rear brake. And you're gonna pop it up and tap it just like this. Same thing as before, but with your feet down this time. Pop it up, down. Pop it up, rear brake. Pop it up, tap the rear brake. Pop it up, tap the rear brake. Pop it up, tap the rear brake. And do that over and over and over and over and over again. What this does is, instead of having yourself on the bike and feeling the brake, you're actually popping it up more because you have more confidence, because you have your feet to save you. And as you're doing that, you're just going to continuously try and go higher and higher off the ground with your front wheel. You're just going to continuously pop it up higher, tap the brake. Pop it up, tap the brake. Pop it up higher, tap the brake. You might even get 2 little bips, 2 or 3 bips. 1, 2, 3, tap the brake. Just get a feel of balance point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down. That's all you need to do. All you need to do for this first step. This is probably the most important step of actually wheeling. You're gonna want to be here for at least a whole week. A whole week of every day going out for an hour or 2, popping it up, tap the rear brake with your feet down, so you can get it pretty high. Once you get it pretty high, that's where you want to stay. You want to be there. You want to practice this. Now on to step 4. Once you're comfortable with just popping it up pretty high, maybe doing the 2 bits and putting it back down, you're gonna want to try and coast a little bit. You're gonna want to try and hold it up for a little bit longer. And what I mean by that is, instead of just going up and then back down, you're gonna try and hold it a little bit. You're gonna go up, try and hold it back down. This step, you shouldn't really be using your rear brake because you're not going backwards too much. It's basically what you were doing before, but you're just holding it. You're going here, you're just holding it. If you go too far back, tap the brake. Too far back, tap the brake. Go back down. Make sure you're comfortable with what you're doing. Don't try and hold it longer than you believe you can hold it. There's a lot of people who get hurt from this step. This is the most difficult step in the process. It's actually learning the balance point and having good brake control, because this is where you're at balance point, and if you go too far back, you fall, so you have to hide your rear brake. And if you're not covering that rear brake, you loop out, and that's not good. So you're going to want to be here for another week. Just up, holding it, tap the rear brake, holding it, tap the rear brake, go back down. Now this isn't just the step that you should be holding for the longest in the learning process, but it's the step that you're going to be stuck at for the longest. Because the transition from putting your feet down to putting your feet up, there's a few steps to that, but in the process of doing that is a lot more difficult than just that step, the first 2 steps. Now, this step isn't just the step that you should be practicing the longest. That's probably not the reason that you're gonna be doing it for the longest. The reason is probably because you need to practice it and you're not comfortable with going to the next step. This is the most difficult step, and you're probably just gonna be stuck here for a little bit, for a week or 2, maybe even months. And you really just have to get past it, because once you get past it, It just gets easier from there. So you're just gonna continue. Pop it up, hold it for as long as possible. You go behind balance point, tap the rear brake. Go behind, tap the rear brake. Go behind, tap the rear brake. That's all it is. Don't try and keep it up for longer than you think you can, because you're gonna know when you need to put it down if you think you've held it for too long. For me, I was doing this for 2 weeks straight almost, of literally just going around my neighborhood with my feet down like this. I was literally just doing this, and then I would power wheelie. You just go, and then if I go back, down, go back. But if you do feel yourself just holding throttle and doing this and going super fast, that's not okay. You need to put it back down immediately. You don't want to power wheelie at all. Power wheelies kill your progress. It's the worst thing you can do early on, because it will kill your wheelies, the way they look, and how you perform them in the future. So if you feel yourself power wheeling, not using your rear brake, just put it down immediately. Just put it down and do it again. Pop it up and try and get higher this time. Tap that rear brake. Tap that rear brake. Get up, tap the rear brake. Get up, tap the rear brake. And that's all you're gonna do. It's not that difficult once you've done it for a long amount of time. Now, I did this for a long time and I was stuck here, just doing it around my neighborhood. And once you finally are able to hold that, then you're ready to move on to the next step. Now, this is basically the same as it is before. Make sure you're still in eco mode, just like the whole time we've been in. And there's two ways you can go about this. Either you can start with one foot up, or you can start it with down and try and move it up. But basically, you're trying to change your body positioning from being back on the seat to being actually fully on the bike. Now, in order to do this, you're gonna wanna pop it up, just like before, with both legs down. And then you're gonna try and put your right or left leg on top. But you just do the same thing. Start standing still, popping it up once you're comfortable with it, and then you just put your foot on the peg. And you just try and hold it here. Just try and hold it, the same thing that you've done before, but with one leg on the peg. I'll do the other foot for people who are visual learners, and you want to put your other foot on. You just stand still, pop it up once you're comfortable, and you hold it for a second, put your foot up. And that's all there is to it. And make sure you're still tapping that rear brake. If you power wheelie, you stop. Put it down immediately, try again. Again, start down, go up, put your foot on the peg, and then once you're comfortable here, just put it down again. Now, a different way to do that same step is, instead of having both feet on the ground starting, you're gonna put your foot on the peg starting. If this is more comfortable, this is where you decide which way you wanna do it. So for example, you're gonna start with your foot on the peg, other foot on the ground, covering that rear brake, pop it up, tap the brake, pop it up, tap the brake. Now that step is probably gonna be pretty quick. You don't need to be consistent with it too much. It's really just having the consistency of knowing how it feels to have your feet on the peg instead of the floor. Now for this final step, you're gonna have both feet on the pegs, and it's basically the whole wheelie. Now let's do it again, same thing. I'm gonna pop it up, and now you're gonna try and do 2 feet instead of just one. You're gonna try and move both feet at the same time, and you're gonna fall. I remember when I was moving on to this step, when I was learning how to wheelie, this was the hardest part. I would put my legs up and drop the wheel immediately, and it was really frustrating. It took me a while to get it. But the only way you're gonna improve is practice. Practice, practice, practice. So again, we're gonna pop it up, get some speed. Once you've got a little bit of speed to it, you try and move your legs up. Now you're gonna do the same thing again. Pop it up, with your feet on the ground, get a little bit of speed to it, use that rear brake, tap that rear brake, and then move your feet up. Now this step is pretty difficult because you are going a little bit faster and your front wheel isn't spinning, and it's harder to be balanced, but I think this is still the best way to learn how to wheelie with your wheel stopped, because if you can do it with your wheel stopped, then you can easily do it when the wheel is spinning. So if you're able to hold the wheelie just like I just showed you with your wheel stopped, you're going to be amazing for the next step. Pop it up just like this, get a little bit of speed, and then put your legs up, and then try and hold it with the wheel not moving, just like this. Make sure you're hovering on that rear brake at all times. Now this next step is the final step in learning how to wheelie. It is the takeoff. And in order to do this, you're going to stay in eco mode just to learn. And all you're going to do is you're going to try and get a little bit of speed. You're going to go a little bit, probably 5-10 miles an hour. And instead of just yanking on the bars, you're going to try and stand up. You're going to compress the forks, push down on the forks, and then you're going to push your butt backwards, and you're going to pull at the bars at the same time. It looks like this. You're going to push just like that. You shouldn't give any throttle. I'll literally turn off my bike for this step. And the front wheel comes up. Again, go, front wheel comes up. My bike's not even on, not giving any throttle. Go a little bit, and the front wheel comes up. That's all there is to this step. And once you're able to do that, you're gonna have the throttle again, and you're just gonna pop it up. You're gonna go 5-10 miles an hour, and pop it up. And then tap the rear brake, put it down. Do the same thing. Pop it up, put it down. Pop it up, put it down. You really gotta focus on compressing the forks and throwing your body backwards so you can help the bike come up. Because even in sport mode, if I'm going fast, like 50 miles an hour, and I just throttle, it doesn't go up. Even if I yank on it, it doesn't come up. And that's why you need to go these slow speeds and practice compressing the forks and pulling back. Compress the forks, pull back, and then drop it down. Pop it up, drop it down. Pop it up, drop it down. If you feel yourself leaning, tap the brake and put it down. Now, once you've gotten comfortable with this in eco mode, of popping it up and just holding the wheelie, dropping back, tapping the brake, wheelie, tap the brake. Now, once you've gotten pretty good at that step, you're going 5-10 miles an hour in eco mode, you're able to compress the forks, pop it up, and you're able to just wheelie. You're able to hold it, just like this. Once you're able to do that, you are finally into the final step, which is actual wheelies going fast. For this step, you're gonna pop it in sport mode. You got a lot more torque now. Comes up. And you're gonna do the same. Now you're gonna go 10-15 miles an hour. Right now I'm going 12. Gonna make sure that rear brake works. You do the same thing, but do it really soft. Just feel this one out. You're just gonna do a little pull. Just pull the throttle and see how much power you have this time. Because it's a big jump between eco and sport most of the time. You're gonna do the same thing, compress the forks, and pop it up. Just gonna try and feel out the throttle. Feel how much power you have in the bike. Now once you've gotten comfortable with your sport mode throttle, you're gonna do the same thing as last time. A little bit faster. And you're gonna compress the forks, throw your butt backwards like this, and you're gonna pull on the bars at the same time. Just like this. Still get the front wheel off without giving any throttle. Should come up just like that. Now you're gonna get a little bit of speed. Do the same thing. Pop it up and try and hold it. Tap that brake, put it down. Let's do it again. You're gonna go a little bit faster. Pop it up. Tap the brake, throttle, tap the brake, and that's basically it. You just need to get comfortable with that now. And if you've done all the previous steps correctly, you should just be able to wheelie. Now this step is actually easier than before, because your front wheel is spinning at 10-15 miles an hour now. And now that it's spinning and you can pop it up, it's spinning. You can see in the front, it's spinning. So you have a lot more control over the bike. Thank you to everyone who stayed all the way till the end. Now, I do have a secret for you because you did that. I'm not just going to be posting this wheelie tutorial and then continuing posting all of my other content. I'm actually going to be posting how to do knee knocks, how to do standers, how to do crisscrosses, how to combo, and all the other things. And all you need to do to see that is click the like button and subscribe below, and turn on the notification bell so you're the first to get notified when I post one.